Alright, let's talk about what it takes to be a leader. Recently, there's been a lot of focus on politics. I thought it would be fun to make a video that might ruffle some feathers, but upon reflection, I realized it might have been a bit too much. So, I decided to take a step back and create something that I'm genuinely passionate about right now: the qualities of a good leader. This topic is based on the ideas found in an interesting source. It explores the 51 key principles for becoming a leader that people actually want to follow. 51 might seem like a lot, but trust me, it's worth exploring. You might be wondering, who is qualified to talk about leadership? And I get it. Leadership advice should come from someone who knows what they're talking about. This knowledge comes from someone with experience as the CEO of Starbucks Japan, Mr. Iwata Matsuo. That's right, the CEO of Starbucks Japan. We can all agree that this person's opinion and experiences are worth listening to. But it's not just about the title, is it? The path to that position matters too. It's not like they got there through some shady connections or were just handed the job. No, this person has a truly fascinating background, having worked their way up through the ranks. This individual, currently in their 60s, graduated from Osaka University with a degree in economics, and then joined Nissan Motors, a major corporation. After gaining experience there, they pursued studies in the United States before transitioning to a foreign consulting firm. Following that, they became an executive at Coca-Cola Japan. Later, they took on the role of president at Atlas, the company behind the popular Purikura photo booths, and successfully turned the struggling business around. This success led to an opportunity with Takara, a major toy manufacturer, where they served as an executive officer. Then they became president of The Body Shop, a beauty and skincare company, nearly doubling their sales. And then, finally, they became CEO of Starbucks Japan. Just imagine, someone who started as an employee at Nissan, then achieved results, became a president, then an executive, then another president, and ultimately the CEO of Starbucks. It's not just about climbing the corporate ladder within one company. This is someone who consistently delivered results in different roles and organizations. You might think that with such an impressive resume, this person would have an imposing presence, but it's actually the opposite. They've even mentioned that when introduced at speaking engagements, people are often surprised, thinking, this is the person? The speaker starts off by noting that despite their achievements, they come across as an average person, making their success even more relatable. The point is that anyone can become a leader. It's not about being a superhero or having an overwhelming personality. It's about understanding the essential elements of leadership and applying them effectively. If you can do that, you can become a leader too. Leadership isn't limited to the workplace. You might be a leader within your family, guiding and supporting them. You might lead a group, a department, or even a whole company. You might even be a leader of a nation. Whether you aspire to be a leader or not, understanding leadership qualities is crucial. If you're aiming to become a leader, this information can provide clarity. And if you're not interested in leadership, it can equip you with the ability to discern who is best suited to lead. If you feel overlooked despite your accomplishments, this might be the key to understanding what you're missing. So, let's get started. This source boils down 51 principles into one core concept: virtue. This focuses on character rather than competence. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. Virtue? That's the last thing I am. Some of you might even be thinking, I gave up on being a good person back in elementary school. I hear you. You might not be the nicest person. Maybe you get jealous of rich people or attractive people. Maybe you're surrounded by jealousy and gossip and enjoy it. But it's crucial to understand the true importance of virtue. It's not just about being nice. It's about recognizing that being a good person is fundamental. This explains why virtue matters so much. Here's a real-life example. Back in high school, this person was on the baseball team and served as the captain. Now, you might assume that someone who becomes the CEO of Starbucks Japan must have been a star athlete. The truth is, this person wasn't particularly skilled at baseball and was actually a benchwarmer. Yet, despite not being a regular player, they were chosen as captain in their third year. The junior players specifically requested that the coach appoint them as captain. Even the ace pitcher and cleanup hitter wanted this person to be the captain, despite them being a substitute. This is where the story gets interesting. The key to this success was that this individual didn't let being a substitute get them down. Instead, they worked hard, communicated with the younger players, helped maintain the field and equipment, and were a dedicated team member. It's like Kogure from Slam Dunk becoming the captain. It wasn't about being the star player. It was about being the most dedicated and understanding teammate. This experience taught a valuable lesson. Being an ace or cleanup hitter has nothing to do with being a captain or a leader. Being good at hitting or defending is not necessarily linked to being a good leader. So, what does it take? I know you're thinking, I need virtue. You want to be virtuous, but you don't know how, especially if you consider yourself a terrible person. Virtue can be summarized into two key elements: valuing the weak and resisting temptation and fear. Strong people aren't always kind, and it's easy to focus on strong people, but it's important to value the weak. The speaker realized this in high school when he saw how the baseball coach treated the benchwarmers. The coach would continue to use regular players even when the team was winning by a large margin. This made him angry, and he realized that the coach had never been a substitute player. Someone else became president of a company that made photo booths. The employees there said the president was always watching out for others and checking on them. Being a leader means resisting the temptations of power and using that power to help others. Also, avoid bad-mouthing people and bragging. Stay humble. The path to becoming a leader might involve losing privileges, but it is helping others which matters most. Take action by going to the source. Ask people what is needed to succeed.